Good day everyone. So I'm gonna discuss the Lotic ecosystem. The rivers, creeks, and streams we saw today are great examples of Lotic ecosystem, also known as riverine system. It came from Greek word lotus, which means moving. This Lotic system is composed of flowing water bodies that make it unique and special. To take note, the study of freshwater ecosystem is under limnology. With no further ado, let's discuss its environmental factors. So the first one, flow. It is said to be unidirectional, meaning it is flowing or moving towards one direction only. The flow can be continuous or intermittent. Because there are different systems, the flow would vary from torrential rapid or very fast movement to slow backwater. The speed of the flow depends on the friction with the channel, sinuosity, and obstructions or hindrances. Second is the light, a very important component for the primary production via photosynthesis. The amount of lights received can vary to the combination of internal factors or what's within the system and external factors or what is around the system like trees, shrubs, clouds, and rocks. Third is the water chemistry, commonly affected by the geology of watershed, influenced by the precipitation and pollutants caused by humans. It is known to have less salinity level. It is also rich in organic and inorganic matter like calcium, phosphorus, nitrogen, etc. It's also rich in gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen gas, which are very important for the survival of organisms through photosynthesis and respiration. Fourth is the temperature. It is greatly affecting the organisms which are mostly poikiloterms whose internal temperature varies with the environment. It is also important to remember that shallow streams has maintained temperature while deeper, slower moving water systems has different bottom and surface temperature. Fifth is the substrate, the geologic material present in the catchment, mostly found on the ground of system or in the river banks, like sands, gravels, boulders, bedrocks, etc. So here we go to the biota or those that are living organisms found on the Lotic ecosystem. First is the bacteria, are very important for the food chain, energy recycling, and nutrient fixation. Next is the primary producers. There are so many primary producers found in the Lotic system like trees, shrubs, and within the system we can find algae like phytoplankton and periplankton that serves as food to primary consumers. Phytoplankton has difficulty on staying in rapid zone, thus preferred pool zone or slow-moving system. Periphyton are filamentous that are firmly attached to the rocks or objects. Next is the insect and invertebrates. There are so many insect species making up to 90% of the invertebrates population. They are very important for the food chain. Example of the insect is the mayfly. Other taxa like mollusk, example is the snail. And crustaceans like crayfish or river lobster. We can find also the fishes and other vertebrates. Fish is probably the best known inhabitants of Lotic system. They adapted to have dorsoventral flattened body form to reduce flow resistance. Their eyes are on the top of their head to see what's happening from above. Example of this is brook trout and eels. Other chordata also are living in the Lotic. Example is the amphibian like salamanders. For the reptiles, we have alligators, various some birds, and mammals like river dolphins. So we go to the zonations. There are two general zones that can be found and located on the Lotic systems. First is the rapid zone, the zone of shallow water where velocity of current is great enough to keep the bottom clear of silt, occupied by specialized organism that can firmly attach or cling to the substrate. Next is the pool zone, deeper water zone where velocity of current is reduced and the substrate is more on silt and loose materials. It is occupied by burrowing and swimming animals and rooted plants. I hope you learned something. Thank you and God bless us all.